Hello, my beautiful illuminated insiders. Welcome to this month's card reading. So this month, I felt like a three-card spread. A message from your higher self is what was coming through. And it was, what does what does your higher self want you to know, show, and grow? Okay, so just take a moment, anchor in. Take a couple of nice, deep, cleansing breaths. Maybe even place your hands on your heart. As we call in our circle of light, safety, and sovereignty, we call in any guides, guardians, angels, and ancestors or ascended masters that would like to assist us in our journey today and connecting more and more to ourselves. We connect to the directions north, east, south, west, above, and below. And in the center, we call in our higher self. Thank you for being here. Help us know what you would have us know, see what you would have us see, hear what you would have us hear, express what you would have us express, feel what you would have us feel, go and do what you'd have us do, create and feel the pleasure in that creation of whatever you'd have us create, and be here now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. Okay. So the message, the cards that I pulled for this are really, really powerful. So the no card that I pulled is agape. Boop-a-doo. Agape. It's really light, bright. There we go. Agape. Come on. Focus. You must focus. Agape. So the know here, what higher self is wanting you to know is that you are awe. You are wonder. You are the miracle. Like, you are the miracle. Do you know what, like, I'm thinking, my brain goes this way sometimes, and it's just, okay, you were born a winner. How many million sperm? You were the one that made it to the egg and fully developed and became a human. Like, the miracle that had to unfold for that to happen, the chances of you existing are like 1,000,000 to 1, right? Or even more than that, because there's just nobody else like you ever that will ever exist, has ever existed, will ever exist. You're the only one. Awe, wonder, oh my God, you are the miracle. So know who you are. Know that you are amazing, that you are awe and wonder. It's time to know. Your higher self is like, it's time. It's time you know who you are. It's time. You're amazing. Okay. Show. What your higher self is asking you to show is the sustainer. The sustainer. Now, this message, there's a couple of different messages with this one. So I'm going to share them and then let you kind of discern, let your higher self speak to you which one feels true for you. So the sustainer, what your higher self is asking you to show is how supported you are. Like, how held and loved and how abundant you already are. How you have everything you need to take the next step. Like, this is how abundant the universe is. This is how much your higher self loves you, is that it is going to sustain every single one of your dreams, your deepest desires. And it's going to sustain it in a way that it's only going to give you what you need for the next step. A lot of times we think we need all the things for the end goal, but that's not how it works. You get what you need for what you need to do next. So take the next step. Take the next step. You are sustained, you are supported, you are held. That is one of the messages. The other message is a little salty. It's a little fiery from higher self that says, listen, you have everything, right? So it's kind of same, but a little different. You already have so much. Show me how grateful you are for that. Appreciate what you already have, because what you appreciate appreciates. So give some appreciation for how I'm already sustaining you, how I'm already giving you everything that you already have. I mean, look around. You are so blessed. You are so abundant. I have sustained and sustained and sustained you so far on your path on this journey up to this point. Like, let's give some credit where credit is due. Show me how grateful you are that I sustain you in everything that you do. Okay, so that's the second message that comes with this one. This is the show. So show, show, show. With this one, it feels like there's also this message of giving is receiving. Because there is no separation between you and me. I am the earth is me, you are the earth is you. We are all connected. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, fire, my spirit. We are all connected. I am you, you are me, we are one, right? When we remember that there is no separation, even though this is coming through the internet, we're breathing the same air, we're standing on the same ground, right? Like, we're under the same sky. We are so connected. And when I give what I have, what I've been sustained by, when I give it so freely, I also receive. Giving is receiving. There's like, scarcity is only a 3D world issue, right? It's a mind problem, not an actual spirit problem, because we live in this abundant universe, right? You never, like, you don't wake up and spirit goes, oh man, I don't know, you gained a little bit of weight, maybe you don't get the sunshine today, maybe you don't get water today, maybe you don't get to breathe today. Like, that's not how it works. It's like, it just gives and gives and gives. And like, when we look at nature, when she rains, she receives water. When she gives water, she receives water. So when you give, you receive. And so sustaining yourself is sustaining others. So self-care here. And when you sustain others, you're sustaining yourself. So it's like this tit for tat, yes, and sacred reciprocity. There we go, sacred reciprocity. Beautiful in the heart. Okay, so that's what spirit wants you to show, is how sustained you are, or how you can sustain yourself, or how you can sustain others, or how you have already been sustained. There's a lot of little messages in there. The mask is what spirit wants you to grow. This is really interesting. I had to pause for a minute and be like, what, spirit? You want us to grow a mask? Because I've been working a lot on taking off masks, right? Unmasking the conditions of, like, I have to look a certain way, I have to act a certain way, I have to show up a certain way, I have to be a certain way, right? Like, society's really trained us that we're only lovable if we are a certain way. So this one also comes with a couple of different messages. So, like, hand on your heart, take a deep breath and tune in and see what spirit says to you. And it may be a little bit of all, right? Because we're human. So the mask. Spirit is saying, it is time to take off the mask. It is time to grow your authentic self, who you really are. All of who you really are, not just the parts that are easy to show and the parts that are easy to love, but to really grow in this reality, you have to be vulnerable. It is not a weakness, it is a superpower. Okay, so taking off those carefully constructed masks, letting your hair down, letting every part of you show vulnerability, because that's how you're going to grow, is by taking off those masks, being vulnerable, and showing your true self. Massive growth happens there. It's one of the messages. The other message that I thought was, ooh, this one's really fun to play with. And yes, the deconditioning, the taking off the masks, this is what I've been working on for many, many years. So this was really fun to get the second message, because it feels kind of like, I hate saying next level, like one is better than the other, but it's a new understanding of masks. This one takes you into the astral world, right? Into the world of infinite possibilities. And it's asking you, your higher self is asking you, what else is possible? Who else can we play? What else can we do? Who else can we tap into? When we connect to the collective consciousness, right? Like way up here in this, like, well, the crown chakra realm, right? When we connect to this higher self, we have access to everything. Everyone that ever was, is, or will be, right? The Akashic records. And we can tap into these archetypes of whatever we want. We want to tap into, like Buddha consciousness. Awesome. Christ consciousness. Awesome. We want to know what Zeus was like. We want to tap into Mother Mary or Mary Magdalene or Kali Ma, some fierce, fiery, cord cutting energy. We want to tap into Ganesha, or we want to tap into the sun or Jupiter, or what's the northern star called? Why can't I remember? Polaris. Like whatever we want. What does a tree feel like? What does it feel like to be a flower or a bee? Like playing with different masks, the different consciousness archetypes. This is in the archetypal realm that we're playing in. Like, and it is a play. Like just how would it feel to be, air energy? Let me just tap into this. What would that feel like if I put on the mask of air and I was ethereal and I could just flow through cracks and crevices? So it's like really getting up into this like higher liminal realm of what else is true and possible. So this is the message from your higher self this month. I will send an email with the actual words from the book, so you can read and see. There will be more information and meaning in there. Sometimes I don't look at the words because I want higher self to tell me what's showing up, and then I'll read afterwards and be like, oh yeah. And I'll either confirm, validate, deepen, or expand on what I was already working through, or give me a completely new perspective that is like, oh, that one's a good one. So it's just fun to play. And speaking of playing with your higher self, this month's live transmission is going to be on 42424. So palindrome day, same forwards and backwards, 42424, 42424. And it's a really magical number because there's 3 4s. So there's a trinity of 4s, and 4 represents heart chakra, which is love of all things, love of life, love of coffee, love of dogs, love of sun, love of self. So where there's 3 4s, which is the Trinity, body, mind, spirit, we're going to learn how to really connect body, mind, spirit, and love all of us, right? Really connect to that Trinity, that we are this sacred, holy Trinity of body, mind, spirit, and learn to love that. And then there's 2 2s, and 2 is the sacral chakra. And sacral chakra is the home of intimacy, sacred sexuality, pleasure, and creation. And so we're going to, the transmission this month is going to be dating your divine self. So we're gonna do some master dating, because that's what happens when you date yourself, is you master date. And so I'm gonna share 4 ways that you can date your divine self. So that will be on 42424 Wednesday at 11:11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. It is included in your sanctuary. And so I'm so excited for you to join this live transmission, because I'm really excited let's double date, shall we? You and your higher self come and get all gussied up, and me and my higher self will come and get all gussied up, and we'll play with 4 ways that we can date our divine self, so that we can really connect on more levels with our higher self. It's not always about meditation and being serious and reverent and quiet and peaceful. And yes, that is beautiful and powerful practice, and I practice that every single day, and I believe it's really important. And also, your divine self knows you're human and knows that you want to play, and that sometimes being loud is sacred, and being messy is sacred, and being irreverent is even sacred, right? Your divine self wants to meet you where you are. And so let's meet in the middle. Makes me think of that country song in the 90s. We meet in the middle. So let's date yourself. Let's do some master dating with our divine self. 42424, 11:11 a.m. Mark calendars and join me in the sanctuary for some beautiful divine dating. What's another D word that I could use? Oh, we're gonna play. Okay, I love you. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.